Hi class, it's Mr. Metcalf. I was kind of worried that maybe people didn't really get the problem we had on the quiz and some of the sample problems we did today, so I thought I would do one more with you. This is actually the one that was on the quiz. And just make sure you give it a little more time so you can look back over it and make sure you see what I'm doing. So first off, I'm just going to take the information we have and put it into a basic formula. So we're told we have 40 grams of nitrogen and 25 grams of hydrogen. So I'm going to write that here. 40 grams, 0.0 grams nitrogen plus 25.0 grams hydrogen produces a gas, and because it says nothing's left over, we know it's going to be 40 plus 25 is 65.0 grams of a nitrogen hydrogen gas. Now we're told that we're going to react 100 grams and 100 grams of nitrogen and hydrogen, but we're not told how much we were going to make. In some of the examples in the book, if you knew how much you were going to make, you could just do figure out a ratio to figure out that, but we don't have that. That's what we don't know. We don't even know how much we're going to make, but what we do know is we have 100 grams 0.0 grams of nitrogen plus 100.0 grams of hydrogen, and that's going to produce our product. We can't get a multiplier factor from the products, so we're going to have to use what we have over here. Well, you might be able to look and see that this is a lot more hydrogen than we had compared to how much nitrogen. But we can look for a factor here. We can say 100.0 grams of nitrogen divided by 40.0 grams of nitrogen, and that's going to give us 2.5, and we'll be able to cancel our units, so this is just a dimensionless factor. Well, this would mean we have 2.5 times more nitrogen than we had the first time. Well, let's look here. Let's look at 100.0 divided by 25.0. That's grams hydrogen, and that's grams hydrogen. And of course that equals 4. Again, a dimensionless number. So now we've got 4 times as much hydrogen. Well, obviously we don't have enough nitrogen to quadruple this recipe, so the most we can do is 2.5 times the original recipe, as it were. So we know that 100 is 2.5 times 40. We have to find what 2.5 times 25 grams is, so let's do 25.0 grams hydrogen times 2.5, and that's going to give us an answer that is 62.5, that's 0.5 grams of hydrogen. Now, so that means we'd have to add 100 grams of nitrogen, 62.5 grams of hydrogen, and of course we can then figure out that that would mean we would have 162.5 grams of our nitrogen hydrogen gas. But that's not really what we're looking for. The question was how much of which element will be left over after the gas is made. Well, if we use 62.5 grams of the hydrogen and we had 100.0 grams, right, we just subtract that and it leaves us with 37.5 grams of hydrogen left over. So that would be our answer right here to this question: how many grams of which element will be left over after the gas is made? We would have 37.5 grams of hydrogen left over. Hopefully that's helpful. Maybe you can review this a couple of times and figure out what I did and how I did it. If you would like me to do another problem, you can let me know and I'll try to do another one for you. All right, thank you.